Hey guys, what's going on? So today I'm going to be showing you how to kind of care for your brushes and wash them. So at the end of the video I'll show a clip on the whole washing process and how I wash my brushes, but for now I'm just going to kind of talk about each point. So first of all, it's important to wash your brushes so that you're not letting them build up bacteria or build up foundation over time. You know, if you're using them for foundation or eyeshadow. If you have clean brushes, your eyeshadow and foundation application is going to go a lot smoother. It might not look as streaky or clumpy or, you know, certain things like that. And keeping your brush clean, maybe if you clean it even once a week or after every 3 uses, you might, you know, reduce the amount of acne you're getting because you're not spreading the bacteria around your face. Or if you're a makeup artist, you want to be hygienic and make sure you're using clean brushes on clients. So first I'm going to talk about brush cleaner. This is a bottle of e.l.f.'s brush shampoo. The shampoo right now is up to here, but my e.l.f. shampoo actually was down to here, and I just filled it up with dish soap because you just kind of want to use a soap that is very cleansing and has maybe an antibacterial quality to it. So dish soap works pretty well. It's safe to use on your brushes. I do want to mention all of the brushes I have personally are synthetic because I choose to go the cruelty-free route, so I don't buy any brushes that are not synthetic. I only do synthetic and I have no problems with them. If you have brushes that are hair, you might want to use a gentle shampoo, and afterwards you can even condition them with a conditioner just to make sure they're nice and soft and you're maintaining the hair. But since mine are synthetic, I pretty much just use dish soap and that works great. If you have a brush that you normally use for foundation and you tend to wear an extremely long wearing foundation, and you find that even with a brush cleaner or a soap that you can't get it out, you can use a little bit of makeup remover. Basically, you'll do the same technique you'll use to wash the brushes, which I'll show you later, but you'll just swirl the brush in a little bit of makeup remover and then gently just clean it out. And then you'll rinse it like normal, but you'll see later. So an eye makeup remover would work fine. I wouldn't recommend the ones, I don't know if you can see, the ones that are really oily based. So the ones where it has 2 separate ingredients that you have to shake and it's mostly oily. I would try to find one that's not so oily because it's kind of going to be like dipping your brush in oil, and then it's going to take a lot longer to clean the oil out of the brush, other than using one like this. So this is from Equate Beauty. I think L'Oreal makes a similar one too, but there's really, yeah, it's oil free, so it's still going to work really well to get that tough, long wearing foundation out of your brush, but it's not going to get oil all over everything and then have to spend an hour trying to get oil out of your brush. So next what I do is I use a oven mitt. If you ever have heard of Sigma Beauty, they have really great brushes and they sell makeup. They sell a glove that has a whole bunch of different textures on it, so that when you, which you will see later, I will add, when you dip your brush in some water, dip some in a little soap, then you're gonna, you know, swirl it on here. It's gonna help you to clean your brush, especially if you're like me and you have like 50 brushes and you wait until you have 0 to clean them. I literally am sometimes cleaning brushes 30 at a time, or if I do my mom's makeup and then my sister's makeup, that's 20 brushes right there, let alone any brushes I had. So I have a lot of brushes to clean sometimes. Or if you work on a client, Halloween makeup, you use a lot of brushes. So I just found one. I wasn't going to pay 30 bucks on Sigma's website, so I just went to Bed Bath & Beyond and I was like, hey, where's your oven mitts? And I found this one. I don't know if you can see, but it kind of has small grooves, but also here there's some grooves here. So it works really well for, you know, kind of any size brush. And if I have a really big brush, all I can do is just kind of make a fist, and then I get more grooves that will really work the product out of the brush. So basically, I like to use this kind of to clean my brushes. So this is really nice. You don't have to spend a crap load of money on Sigma. Just go to your Walgreens or Target or whatever and see if they have some silicone ones. Yeah, and I've had this a long time and it's never hurt any of my brushes and it works great. It makes my brush cleaning go by so much faster. Now, I think I've covered everything. If I left anything out, just leave it in a comment below. We're just going to jump over to the video where I'll show you how I'll clean these 3 brushes. Okay, so I jumped over here to the bathroom. Sorry if it's echoey. because it's a bathroom. And sorry if you can hear my parakeets. I know they're pretty loud, but just ignore them. So I got my 3 brushes here. I have my glove. I have my desired soap or shampoo or dish soap that you want to use. And also you'll want a towel, just so that when you're done washing your brush, you can just dab off the water. And then I do also want to mention, here, I'll spin this around. If only you could, oh wow, you can see my tissue box. Alright, let me just readjust that here. Yeah, if only you could see the contraption I'm using to hold this up right now, you would be having a blast. So hopefully that's fine. Make sure again that your towel is nice and clean, because you want to make sure you're being really hygienic. And if you want, you can even wash your hands before, but this is just a demo, so I'm just going to get right to it. You'll want to, after you wash your brush, lay them flat, because this is the ferrule of the brush, and you do not want to put your brush like this back in your holder, because you don't want the water to go down into the ferrule. Because that's where the glue holds the bristles. So you don't want that to loosen up, and then that's when you get a lot of shedding and all your bristles will come out. So you either want to have some sort of contraption to hold them downwards, where some people sell them, but this has been working fine for me. I just lay them sideways and then I let them dry for like 24 hours. So let me scooch my little contraption back over here. What I'm going to do is, I'll just have this, I'll just show you with the foundation brush, but I'll just start with this guy. So all I do is, you can either use a dish, or I just squirt a little bit of soap right there. You really only need a tiny bit. And then I'm going to put my fancy glove on. I also usually get a little dish to fill up with water, just so I can dip water in, so I'm not wasting so much water wetting each brush, because it doesn't matter when you're initially wetting it, because the brush is already dirty, if that makes sense. But for today, I'm just going to show you, I'm just going to get the brush wet. During the whole process, I'm going to be keeping the brush aimed down. I'm never going to go like this, really, and like wash it like this, because I don't want that water going back in. So I'm just going to wet my brush, dip the tiniest bit of soap, and then I'm just going to rub it over the rough edges of my glove. Now, if you don't have a glove, you can just do this over your hand, but I found that after a while, my hand got super dry from using all the soap, and if I had like 30 brushes, it took a lot longer, where this is going just fine. So you probably can't tell, but I used this brush for concealer, I think, and so it was a little bit orangey peach at first, but now it's coming out white. So I'm going to just rinse that, and then if you want to be sure, you can just do it one more time, and now my bubbles are nice and white. And I'm going to go on each side and just make sure I get that brush done really good. Kind of press in the center there. And then I'll rinse it off real good, and I'll keep going again to make sure there's no more soap. And now it's done. So what's nice about having the glove too is, if you have a larger brush, you can just use the end part to kind of squeegee out a little bit of the water. And then when I'm done, I'm just going to swirl my brush, get a little more excess water off, and then I'm just going to lay it flat. So now I'm going to take my foundation brush, and we're going to pretend that I'm having trouble getting the foundation out. I'm going to do an initial little cleaning, and you can see it really does get a lot out. So what you can do next is, you can take a little cup, and I'm just going to add a little bit of that makeup remover, and again, this is the oil-free formula. And basically all you're going to do is just dip your brush in there gently, keep it kind of face down, and I'm just going to do the same technique. It might be sudsing up a little bit because it might still have a little bit of soap in there, but the makeup remover is really going to help to break down that long-wearing foundation. And this is going to be nice because I've tried it with the oil makeup remover, and it gets my glove all oily, and then I gotta wash the glove like 3 times. So if you need a makeup remover, try to do one that's oil-free. So again, just rinse that. shake it off a bit. Use that little section to get the excess water, and then I'll just do my last brush. Get a little bit of soap, and you can even use the different portions. You can try to find a glove that has a lot of different grooves in it. This is just the best that I found. Wipe it off on my towel. And then I will leave my brushes on my towel to dry for about 12 hours or so. I just let them air dry. And that's about it. Hopefully that was helpful. After I am 100% sure my brushes are dry, I just go ahead and stick them in a container because I want to make sure I just keep them really nice and clean. So yeah, I got a lot in there. If you want to see a video on how I clean like beauty blender sponges, go ahead and leave a comment below or something. It's pretty simple the way I do it, and it gets them really clean, so let me know. I just feel like those are a little less popular. But yeah, and I try not to, you know, touch my brushes too much if I haven't washed my hands or anything, just so I keep them really nice and clean. If a friend comes over and I want to do her makeup, or if someone calls me and they're like, oh hey, can you do my makeup, then I have them all set and ready. And I do try to wash them often, but you know, the longer you don't wash them, the more gunk builds up on them. So go ahead and, you know, practice. If you have really nice brushes and you don't want to ruin them, grab a couple from Target, maybe some e.l.f. brushes, and practice with those. I'm really rough on them and I haven't wrecked any yet, so you know, good luck to you. But if I forgot anything, please leave questions or comments below. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, and subscribe if you want to see more. I upload every Tuesday now that I'm in school, so be sure to subscribe if you want to see more. So I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. So, let me readjust here. This is like hilarious. I'm gonna do an initial what if you needed, oh Jesus, stay, need more tape. This is why I need a legit camera. It's fine, this is working fine. Alright.